Yeah, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Application at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. And today, the lecture video I'm just going to discuss is about how to create a virtual machine in VirtualBox. And this video is basically posted for the cloud learning beginners. So it's a beginner's video tutorial. So, creating a virtual machine in a VirtualBox first, on the step one, we have to download the Ubuntu ISO file. So, it doesn't mean that we have to just go with Ubuntu. We can go with any VMware, that is virtual machines like Oracle. We can go with any open source software which is supported to your versions. Here, I have just downloaded Ubuntu ISO file. So basically, when compared to other virtual machines, Ubuntu's storage space is also less when compared to other virtual machines of the other operating systems. Okay. So first we have to just open the web browser, and I have given the URL link for downloading the Ubuntu ISO file. Then once it has been downloaded, we have to just select the desktop images and link, and then we have to just download the ISO file. Once the file has been installed, you will be just getting a screen like this. On step 2, we have to launch the Oracle VirtualBox. So once we open the Oracle VirtualBox Manager, we have to just go with click new to create a new VirtualBox. So this is the steps we have to follow. And next, this is where the VirtualBox has been installed. So you can find Ubuntu's file, machine and view, and many icons have been present over there. So they are preferences, import, and we have an option of new and add. So we have to just click on with new. So here in step 3, we have to just configure the virtual machine's name and the OS. So we have to just give the name for the operating system, and we have to just enter the suitable title for the virtual machines which we have created. And then we have to select the previously downloaded Ubuntu ISO file. So the Ubuntu ISO file has to be installed. So virtually we are just partitioning the space for the virtual machine. So that is why we need the ISO file. On step 4, we have to just configure the unattended installations. We have to just select the drop down, and we have to just give configure unattended installation. There we have to just enter the username and password for the VMware. So the username and password for the VMware will be available when we download the Oracle VirtualBox. So once the Oracle VirtualBox installations, they will be given a username and password. That username and password has to be entered here for proceeding further. Next is we have to just configure the hardware settings. So configure the hardware settings where for any requirement or for any requirement on the projects, we have to just fix on with the hardware settings based on the a requirement. Here I have just taken 4096 MB, that is it is literally 4 GB, and we have to allocate the processor of two CPU cores. So here I have just allocated processors of two CPU cores, so that you can select from the drop down which is enabled in blue color in the screen. Next, on step 6, we have to just configure the virtual hard disk space. So here once the hardware settings has been done, then we have to just go with the virtual hard disk. So physically there will be an hard disk space will be available, but for virtual usage we have to just configure the virtual hard disk space. So here we have to create a virtual hard disk, and now I have just set the disk size for 50 GB. So in case if you want more than 50 GB, you can just go with more based on your requirement. Then once all the hardware settings has been done, then we have to just click on with finish to complete the setup. So this is the screen, working screen for setting up the VirtualBox hard disk, that is for configuring the hardware settings. And next on step 7, we have just starts with the virtual machine. So the virtual machine is successfully installed. Once it has been installed, we have to just select the newly created VM from the VirtualBox manager. So you can find a VirtualBox manager icon in the screen, and then we have to just click on with that. Then we have to just click on to VMware. So once the installed VMware will be available, that will be displayed on the black screen on the right side. Then we have to just click start to power on the virtual machine. So basically when you install, it will be in the off mode. Then we have to just start to its active mode. So we have to click on the start button and then we have to start using the VMware. Next step, we have to just go on once the installation step is complete, we have to just go on with the username and password which we created in step 4. Then the Ubuntu VirtualBox will be ready for usage. So this is all about starting the virtual machine. Thank you. So this video is being created for the basic beginners who are just going into the learning process of the cloud. Okay, thank you.